The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Government agencies are now on the lookout for additional funds to cover the monthly ayuda, which has been increased to 500 pesos. Here's the report.
While the bump up of the monthly ayuda for the poorest of the poor from 200 pesos to 500 pesos is a welcome development to offset fuel expenses, the Budget Department says they have only secured a limited month's worth of budget so far.
Para dun sa 3 months, ine-estimate namin na mga 20 billion pesos ang requirement, no, para sa 3 buwan.
An estimated 13 million Filipinos are expected to benefit from it, according to Acting Budget Secretary Tina Canda. The funds will come from the government's excess revenue sources.
Excess revenues lang ang inaasahan natin dito. Yung mga regular natin mga collection, para din sa mga ongoing na proyekto, mga existing na programa ng gobyerno.
Recall that the Finance Department initially recommended a 200 peso cash aid per month for 1 year. But the President himself says this is clearly not enough. The Social Welfare Department says that they are just waiting for guidelines from the Office of the President, especially on the downloading of funds from the DBM. Beneficiaries from the 4Ps program are seen as one of the beneficiary groups for this ayuda as well.
So kung ganun po, tinitignan na po namin kung ilan na po ba yung aming mga 4Ps beneficiaries, ang cash card holders, so that we could immediately download yung pong ayuda o yung financial assistance through that platform.
As of February 28, 4.2 million people are active beneficiaries of 4Ps. Based on DBM's estimates, distribution of the amended subsidy may start next month. For News 5, Paul Samarita, we are One News.
The rising prices of oil has begun to affect the price of other basic commodities such as flour. But the government says the impact of higher transportation costs on these products should be minimal. Shaila Francisco has the report.
From 2 packs before, Camila only managed to buy a pack of assorted bread products in Mega Q Mart for her store. Prices of bread and other sweets have increased by up to 3 pesos. This was pushed by higher prices from suppliers due to increased transportation costs.
Binabalance lang din. Noon, ang dami kong binibili. Ngayon, medyo bumaba.
In Mega Q Mart, prices of flour have increased by up to 5 pesos per kilo. From 30 to 40 pesos last February, it has gone up to 42 to 45 pesos this month. Retailers of bread products expect further increase in prices until April.
Di po natin kayang saluhin gawa ng halos kami nga hirap din. Sa amin lang talagang tabla-tabla lang makakuha lang kami ng pangrenta sa pwesto, saka pangkain lang. Saka pang sahod. Wala. Napakahina. Mahina talaga gawa ng walang mga pera mga tao.
Consumers should also brace for a possible increase in rice prices. Retailers said suppliers have hiked prices already by 50 pesos per sack. Although retailers are absorbing the increase for now, they said they don't know how long they can hold.
Pagka tumaas pa yon, mga 100 na, magtataas na rin kami. Mabigat na rin yun kasi imbis na tutubuin na namin yun, nadagdag pa sa puhunan. Tapos matumal.
Both the Trade and the Agriculture Departments noted that the impact of higher transport costs on these products should be minimal. Instead, they see higher production costs pushing prices up. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The numbers game is on between the Uniteam and Kakampinks as their campaign rallies continue to draw big crowds. One expert says these events have become platforms for mind conditioning. Camila Samonte with the story.
Recent campaign rallies of some candidates have been drawing a massive number of supporters. The Lenny Kiko Tandem's rally in Pasig was the camp's biggest to date, with a crowd turnout of 137,000, according to organizers. At least 50,000 Kakampinks also trooped to their grand rally in Tarlac on Wednesday. The BBM Sara Tandem, on the other hand, claimed that around 100,000 supporters showed up in their Uniteam rally in Cavite on Tuesday. Cavite police, however, clarified that only 50,000 is the crowd turnout. The Uniteam also wooed voters in Quezon Province on Wednesday. For political science professor Dennis Coronacion, campaign rallies are now more than just candidates' way of meeting their supporters. The expert believes it is also becoming a platform for mind conditioning.
So it's meant to influence people, mga voters who have not decided yet, o kaya yung voters who are supporting a different candidate. It's meant to influence the voters to vote in their favor, in the favor of those candidates who have been holding this, mga political rallies.
Other presidential candidates, meanwhile, don't want to keep up with huge crowds in political rallies. Senator Ping Lacson still prefer town hall meetings where they can listen to concerns of the public.
Komportable na kami sa ganito yung engaging people in a dialogue na we listen to them, they listen to us.
While for Manila Mayor Isko Moreno, it's just a matter of perspective.
Ma-achieve nila yung perception na malakas sila. Kasi marami sila dahil may drone shot. Basta sa akin, boto na lang. Kasi election to. Hindi naman to concert.
Senator Manny Pacquiao also remains unfazed with the huge crowds in both Marquez's and Robredo's campaign rallies. For Pacquiao, this is not his style of campaigning. For News 5, Camille Samonte, we are One News.
Senatorial candidate Sonny Trillanes says Vice President Leni Robredo's opponents are using so-called Red Scare tactics against her. In an interview with the Chiefs, Trillanes explained that Robredo's foes are alleging that she's conspiring with the CPP, NPA, and DF as the elections continue to heat up. Trillanes also said that this comes as Robredo's political opponents recognize her widening support base among Filipino voters.
Yung kanilang communication plan to float yung Red Scare na yan, we take that seriously. At ito yung nakita nilang parang di kahon. Mag-float ka ng ganyan kasi maraming matatakot. But alam nyo, based dun sa mga nakakausap natin, ng mga sumasama dito sa movement na to, hindi nila nakikita yun. Parang they don't care even.
Creamline Cool Smashers dealt Petrogas their first loss in the 2022 PVL Open Conference yesterday. Tots Carlos dropped a season-high 28 markers, along with 16 excellent digs and 4 receptions to lead Creamline into taking the top seed in Pool B. Despite the loss, Petrogas Angels are still in second seed, earning themselves second twice-to-beat incentive in the pool. Meanwhile, PLDT finally recorded a mark of its win column after a sweep of the still winless Ballypure team. Mika Reyes led the power hitters with 11 points on 7 attacks, 3 blocks, and an ace. PLDT now takes third seed, while Ballypure fell to the last spot with 0 wins and 3 losses. PVL action continues today with the Signal HD Spikers battling the Philippine Army Black Mamba at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, a classic matchup between the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and the Chocomucho Flying Titans will take center stage at 6. Here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. The Commission on Elections has created a task force to investigate the alleged vote buying at Uniteam campaign sorties. Presidential aspirant Faisal Mangundato says a grand coalition against the BBM Sara tandem is actually a good idea. but he still has some reservations. And it's official. Converge takes over Alaska's franchise in the PBA. And those are the top stories at this hour. Do join us again later at 11 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.